Happy Monday, crew. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Just a quick coach tip here. I want to talk about goals and finding fulfillment in the goals. So I actually just had a conversation with a client, and she said something that really sparked something in me. And then it got me thinking, and I thought to myself, a lot of times our fulfillment, so what she said was, I find so much hope and excitement because I can't stop thinking about where I'm going and what that's going to feel like. And I thought, wow, that's really smart of her to come up with that on her own, because a lot of times when we decide that we want something, all we're focused on is how we're not there yet. We focus on where we are right now, and it's not the goal, obviously, but we just focus on that, and it sucks the life out of us almost to the point where it holds us back from the goal. It's kind of like that feeling of, well, why even try? Look how far I am away from it. And at the same token, while it's really important to focus on where you're going, it's then also important to bring it back to the present moment, to be present during the cultivation process of what's actually changing and happening inside of you. Otherwise, if all you can think about is, I'm just gunning for this goal, I'm gunning for this goal just to succeed, first off, you lose sight of why it's important to you in the first place. And second, you kind of lose what's happening to you through the process. It's not always just the goal that makes it all worth it. Even when you attain that, if all you can think about is attaining that goal and you're not present during the process itself, then when you get there, it's not going to feel fulfilling. You're going to think to yourself, okay, now what? I achieved it, but I don't even remember how I got here, or at least the work wasn't completed internally that should have been completed during the achievement of a goal of that nature. So even professional athletes will tell you that they know what they want. They wake up every day and they know, I'm going to be the best in the world at what I do. I'm going to be number one. I'm going to be the fittest man or woman in the world. And if that's all they thought about every single day, well, during their training, they would not have effective training. They have to bring it back to the present moment and say, if that's who I am, if I'm the fittest person in the world, or if I'm the number one at what I do, then I'm going to be all here during this process right now, during this training, because that's ultimately what's going to get you to accomplish the goal. So focus on the goal, but then bring it back to the present. Be present and allow that change to exist in you. And then appreciate how far you've come. The only time we should ever look back is to either gain a lesson or to appreciate and be grateful for what has happened and where we are today through that process. So really the moral of the story is, set the goal, let that excite you, and as you move towards it, get excited. So you're focused on where you're going, not where you are, and not where you've been, or even just worse, sometimes I hear, I'm just thinking about how far I've gotten off track. Well, don't think about that. Think about how far you're going to get on track now. You're making that decision to now go towards the outcome. So focus on the end result and what juices you up, and then come back to the moment and the process, and be proud of yourself for every step that you take that gets closer to that goal. All right, guys, if this brought you value, or if you resonated with it at all, please hit the share button or comment, because if this hit a chord in you, I'd love to hear it. Open up some dialogue, and I hope everybody has a great week. I will talk to you soon.